Hi guys,
Hello!
welcome back again.
We are now in Japan.
Edo, Japan.
Apologies, we are not in just Japan. We
Edo.
are in Edo, Japan.
So, today we're going to have a look at IKI.
That I picked.
You did? Yeah, we went to a shop. This was your choice.
In our little hometown where we live, there is a lovely shop full of board games, and I actually got the choice this time around. I went with IKI.
IKI.
So, exciting times.
So you're going to open this thing.
I am. I haven't opened at all.
There's some really nice artwork in this. Excuse you.
It was a bit rude. I'm not gonna. Oh, I like this.
Exactly. I knew she was going to respond to this.
Oh,
Respond, react.
how nice is that?
Yeah.
I kind of want this for like a painting or something in my office or something.
So the designer is Koota Yamada, and the publisher has a weird name. Sorry, we are French.
Oh, which is a fantastic name.
That's true, by the way. I'm not making that up. So this game originally came out in 2015.
Okay.
But it got a facelift in 2021. The artwork was very different. It was way like it was like that classic Japanese artwork, and this is quite a modern take. Still, they're both beautiful though.
I like it. I still want this as a painting, please. If anyone knows where I can buy this as a painting, I am definitely interested. So
this has an 8.1 on BGG.
Okay, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, anything over an 8 is like really good.
Okay, so I picked a good one.
She did. Even the guy at the shop complimented you on your choice.
Yes, and one thing I did like about this game, which I feel like not a lot of our games have this, it's a 14 plus age, which I thought was potentially slightly offensive, but also, I don't know, you said that 14 means
it's kind of like an adult game. It's
yeah,
going to be
not for kids.
Yeah, the way I look at it, like the younger the age, as in, if you get 14 plus, it's pretty much made for adults. It's going to be, it's going to be difficult to explain this to a 14-year-old, I think.
Potentially.
That's how I look at
it. Not great. It starts with an empty bag.
This is a 2 to 4 player game. There is no solo mode to this.
Oh.
Yeah, can't play on your own.
What a shame. You have to play together. Okay.
It's a worker movement game with a bit of like set collection in there and open drafting.
You have some really cute workers, and I mean wooden as well, which I always prefer than plastic and cardboard stuff. A few more sort of empty bags, but I'm sure they will come in handy.
Yep.
Oh.
Iki, by the way,
yeah,
is the Edo way of life, meaning you are well dressed and well mannered.
My kind of society. Yes. I feel like we need to go to Japan. Definitely. I mean, it's definitely a bucket place kind
100%.
of situation.
100%. I'd love to.
Ooh, these are nice.
2-player boards.
They're very nice. I was going to say they're really thick. It's the two are stuck together. Oh, no. There's a reason why the two are stuck together. So
the game is based in Edo, Japan, which is now Tokyo.
Okay, cool.
And it's in the Nihonbashi. Am I saying that right? Nihonbashi.
Right.
Street market.
Oh, cool. Okay, fine. So it's like a street market situation. I was just going to say this looks like a bone. Oops.
A bone? Yes.
But it's a scroll. So.
And the Nihonbashi were famous for having all their artisan stores and shops.
Then that's really cool.
Yeah.
So far, I like it.
This is kind of like the go-to place if you wanted to buy anything. Rice, fish, kimonos, tobacco, literally anything. You would go to this market and they'd have everything you needed.
I'd like a kimono, by the way. If we go to Japan, chances are I will be asking for... these are so nice.
Yeah, the artwork in this is really good.
Top-notch. And they're so, like, beautiful. You know how sometimes you get the cards where they're just, like, a little bit blurry? Like, the pictures are so crisp. Everything is just really... Like, the details on the cards are pretty amazing.
Yep. So in this game, you'll be moving your meeple around the rondel.
Okay.
Visiting all the artisan shops. putting in artisan workers.
Okay, so you're populating the market.
Yeah. Trying to complete sets, trying to construct buildings, and put out fires along the way.
And a very important question, are we playing together or against each other?
Well, it's a point scoring game, so against each other.
Is there a rule as to what side?
Yeah, there's a 2 and a 1, it says in the corner, so you want this side down.
Hello again. Okay. Oh, my favourite part. Oh, it's got cherry blossoms.
Yep, no.
Very cute. Oh, is that our points?
That's your victory points.
That is such a nice touch. Very nice touch.
Right, so how the format of this video is supposed to go. We're going to unbox it, we're going to set it up, and we're going to play. And then at the end of it, that's the rondelle.
That's so cute.
At the end of it, we're going to give you our first impressions, because we both have never played this game.
No, as you can see, we haven't even popped the cardboard pieces out yet.
Yeah. So we're going to have some fun. We'll catch up with you guys afterwards, give you our 2 cents and everything, and I'm going to ask Elena some questions.
I can already tell I'm going to like this one, so.
I mean, it's about shopping.
It's about building a society or some kind of market. I'm into it already, so keep close, watch till the end, see what happens.
See you in a minute.
Nihon Bashi.
Nihon Bashi.
Yes!
My intro. The third setting on Nihon Bashi.
Jesus Christ. Get out! Production! Get out! You know, if you had like a director.
That's staying in.
What?
Yeah. We're back.
Here we are. We've made it.
We have done it. We've been shopping around the market.
Yeah, and it was fun.
Did you like it?
I did, yes. It was a great choice. For my first game that I've actually picked myself, I feel quite proud of my choice.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So Pete's gonna ask me his usual sort of questions and see how it all goes.
Our first impressions review.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Game time.
First question.
Go.
What did you think about the setup and the rulebook?
Setup was okay, although confusing occasionally. I wasn't too sure on some of the tokens we were placing and where we were putting them exactly, and yeah, the book is not the best.
The rulebook is not. I struggled with this rulebook.
Subpar.
I struggle with most rulebooks, but this one I found actually quite challenging.
Yeah, it wasn't easy to follow, and I think the one thing that I've actually found myself not doing is actually read the rulebook, which is uncommon for me.
Yeah.
Purely because I do like to read the book, and then when I read it, Pete goes, "Oh, I didn't know that."
I miss things, okay? It's a
because
problem.
he tends to watch the videos in advance, and then I'll go, right, let me read the book and let me just clarify the rules for you, and then we realise he doesn't actually know all the rules. But this one, I was reading through, and I'll be honest, it's not the easiest to follow, and
it's not.
Yeah. So anyway, that was that.
That's the rules.
Next question, please.
Subpar rules.
Subpar.
Layout of the board and the components.
I think it's fine. It works perfectly fine for 2 people. I think you can sort of reach, see what's happening. I'm not too sure on these things being, some facing this way, some facing that way.
Yeah, you've got a track across the top that follow the month that you're in, which faces you, and then the scoring track and the firefighter track, and I forget what they call this track, but it's like what position you're going to be in when you move around the rondel. That faces the other way. So it'd be good if you're playing with 3 or 4 people, but when
so
you're playing
everyone has something to look at.
2 people, something is always upside down.
Yeah. It's not the end of the world, but...
It's not.
Yeah. And components are great. I really like it.
Yeah, components are okay.
Seems...
You've got all your meeples.
Yeah. I like the coins, particularly. They look quite cool.
And your gold bars and your wood.
And your sandals.
And your sandals.
Yeah.
Yeah, components are good. The artwork, we said it earlier, but the artwork's really nice.
We said it when we opened this up, like the artwork is just next level. It's just beautiful to look at.
Yeah, like you said, you could literally frame this thing.
Quite easily. But yeah, I think it's good. Quality-wise, yeah, absolutely fine. Yeah, good.
Next.
No complaints. All right.
What do you think of the theme?
I really like the theme.
You really like
I
it?
really like the theme.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it makes you use your brain, and it's not just murder and
you like shopping.
apocalyptic stuff. It's kind of like businessy, and how can you do this to get that, and how can you make sure you feed your people, and how make you like it's a nice concept instead of just the usual.
There's a lot of plate spinning, isn't there? You've got to think of you'll be focused on one thing, like I really want to construct a building, but then before you know, you're like, I haven't fed my people.
Yeah. And I think this is interesting because it's almost like how we played Frostpunk and we just raved about how that was amazing. But I feel like that was easier in a way because we played together, so we remind each other of. By the way, we have to feed that, feed the people this time. By the way, our generator's gonna explode or anything. You're solo here.
Yeah.
He's on his own. He hasn't got me to remind him, have you fed your people?
I did alright.
He did do alright.
I think I forgot.
But I did kick his ass.
Yeah, I got whooped. I got whooped.
Publicly whipped.
This wasn't a good one for me.
Nah. But it was good. It was fun. I really like the theme. Japan, we've said it before, is definitely a place we want to go to one day.
Yeah,
so...
bucket list.
And I kept saying, we were playing the game, and I kept saying there's a really nice Japanese restaurant in the town we live in, and I just kept saying how it makes me want to go and eat there. So it's the fish on the board, clearly.
Yeah, I want sushi. I want sushi now.
Someone, please. I've managed to knock over some meatballs, but sorry. Carry on.
Okay. Well, kind of merges with the last question, but what do you think of the gameplay?
Gameplay feels fine, although I feel like I kind of wanted a few more moves.
I felt rushed.
I feel like the sequence of sort of going from one month to another, it just feels very, you make one move and then it's like, and it's next month, and then it's next month already.
Yeah,
and then...
you legit only move around this rondel 13 times. That's it.
Well, 13 seasons, months, whatever.
Yeah, but every time you're in a month, how many times do you move?
Yeah, you just get one move, one action.
If this was real life, you're going to the market once a month. You're only allowed to go to one store.
Yeah.
That is not a shopping trip.
Well, you do a monthly shop. This is Costco shopping. You go, you buy from one shop, and it has to last you a month.
Yeah, I mean...
And also, people don't get fed. They literally get fed every 3 months. That's concerning.
And they're only getting rice.
We clearly don't eat once every 3 months, do we? So
too much.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's fun, but
I feel like each month you should get 3 movements on the rondel, not just one. Because we kept doing it. We were like, we'll move, and then you're like, and on to the next month. The first couple of times we were literally like, is that it? Especially the very first month, we both did it, and we were looking at the player board
is that it?
What do we do?
Have we completed?
Yeah.
Do we move to the next round? And the answer is yes. We had to actually check because it felt incomplete.
It did. It felt like there was something missing.
It felt like
my first move anyway was I went to a shop. I paid 3 coins for 2 rice. That's all I did that month. I mean...
Yeah, but you bought a lot of rice. Anyway. Maybe more moves.
Gameplay, yeah. More moves.
We could cheat. We could change the rules of it.
House rule.
Yeah, house rule. And just go every month you get 2 moves. 3 moves.
I'll definitely get more points.
You might actually build something properly.
I built one thing. It didn't get many points. I only had 3 points.
Hey.
But I built a thing.
Something.
But my building got me 3 points. You built one building that was 26.
Successful is what I call it.
Corrupt.
Not by any stretch of imagination. Anyway, next question.
Okay. Well, I've kind of answered it. It was going to be ease of play.
I mean, once you understand the instructions...
I don't feel like it's the easiest game to understand.
No. That's the thing, is like once you understand the instructions and, you know, watch a couple of videos to sort of get your head around it, yeah, you're fine. Once you get into the flow of it, you'll absolutely get it.
Yeah, the first season, I feel like that's just trial and error.
As in the first 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spring is just get your head around it. Absolutely. I mean, I think we could pick this up again quite easily, and I think it'd probably be easy to teach someone. I don't think it would be too hard to teach someone, but realistically, like picking it up on your own and trying to sort of learn, I think it's going to be a bit
Well, I'll
tricky.
stop you there.
Stop me, go on.
Because that leads us on to the next question quite nicely. Would you recommend this to a beginner?
Absolute beginner?
Yeah.
Nah.
No, me neither.
No.
Absolutely not.
No. I think you'd probably get a little bit frustrated with the rules. I don't think if this was one of the first games we picked, we probably would have got a bit annoyed with the rules, and I probably would have had a meltdown, and we would have not played it for a while. It's
never good when you get a game and it makes you feel stupid.
Yeah. And I think I've said it before in a previous video, where I feel like the more you play just board games in general, you tend to almost like your brain sort of gets the mechanics a bit more, and rules, I don't know, obviously there's a bit of similarity in rules from game to game, so you don't end up feeling like every time it's like, you know, that kind of daunting, like you get movement of meeples and I don't know, collecting points and all that stuff. But I feel like we kind of understood some of the gaps in the book because of playing others. Almost. So as a beginner, maybe don't buy this first.
I don't recommend it to a beginner.
Give it a couple of weeks.
Months.
Depends how often you play, but yeah, it's fun. Next, please.
Okay. Would you
I
play this at 2 or more? Would you rather play this just me and you again, or would you have 3 or 4 players? Do you think you'll get a better experience, basically, is what I'm getting at?
I'm not sure, because I did feel a bit shortchanged with this track here when like you pick how many moves you can make. So if it was like 3 or 4 players and we have even fewer moves,
the first thing you do every month, you take your meeple, you go on this track, and you can only choose how many moves you're going to go. So if I was like, all right, my move, I'm going to go 2 spaces this month, and then you're literally going 1, 2. That's it.
The end.
That's it. And then you get blocking tiles. So blocking tiles come out every month, and they'll literally block.
That's for a 2-player game.
A space. Yeah.
Yeah.
But with more people, yes, you wouldn't need blocking tiles.
Well, with more people, you'd feel like you'd have even fewer choices, because when you're the last person, you're like, right, so I guess I'm moving 4 then, or...
But playing with more people, there'd be more workers on the board, so you could get more stuff.
Potentially.
Which could make it easier to build and easier to hire workers.
Yeah. I think the only thing probably slightly annoying would be this movement track, and then you'd end up using your sandals. The sandals. Quite a bit more, potentially.
I think this would be good with at least 1 more player.
Yeah. Maybe we should ask some people around.
Maybe we should try and make friends.
But we have friends. We just never invite them around to play games. We're very protective.
Don't touch my stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Happy with that.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. What's your favourite part of this game?
Buying things.
Buying things.
Going to the shops.
Looking at the pretty colours.
I'd like a bit of window shopping, so this felt quite, this felt quite therapeutic.
Weirdly, my favourite part of this is buying the cigars in the bags.
And you don't smoke.
I know, but it was a case of coming over here and going, I want instant benefit, I want long-term benefit, and that bag is pretty.
Right. Well, you also quite like the fish as well, didn't you?
The fish are okay, but I noticed a few rounds in, the fish are always... Oh, flying fish.
It's on camera. Abuse.
The fish are always the same fish, but one will have some leaves and one won't have some leaves.
And by leaves, you mean flowers?
No, leaves.
Ah.
That's how they tart up the plate, is by putting leaves underneath the fish. So you get one that's cheaper with no leaves, one that's more expensive with leaves.
Oh, so one is like slightly cleaner than the other, and also gives you points.
Yeah, you get more points, but I feel like the artwork, they could have been a better looking fish.
Fancy.
Could have made one of them like roses made out of a tomato or something.
They could have had sushi.
Or that.
See? This is why I got hungry. Okay. Yeah. Next one.
Next one. What do you make of the endgame scoring?
It was very wingspanny.
Wingspanny.
It's typical sort of game. We didn't even use this little notepad that they give you because we didn't
know it existed.
We didn't find it until we did the end game scoring. So yeah, it's pretty standard where you sort of like count your... I mean, it's nice that it's a selection, it's a mix of things.
You count your points that you get up this flower track, whatever they called it.
Yeah, then you get points for your board. I mean, things you got on your board. Then you got things for points for fish you bought at the market and
your resources.
Resources you bought. Anything you've got left at the end of the game. So it feels a little bit like it's not just a point. So you've got a chance of sort of getting more from it. But yeah, pretty easy. Get a calculator and then you're good to go. Or if you're really good at maths, off you go. But it's fairly easy at the end. And like I said, it's nice that it's not just victory points and anything else is, redundant. Thanks for collecting. You get nothing for it. So.
Okay. Well, that's all the questions.
Okay.
So takeaway is they need a better rule book.
Someone needs to read through the rule book and sort of realise that there are some gaps in the explanations.
We need to play this with another person.
We do. We might add a house rule into this and say we get 2 actions per month.
I think we should do that.
But I feel like we should because why not? It's our game now. So, we paid money for it, therefore our game, so.
True.
What else?
I need to get better at it. What was your score?
87.
What was my score?
51.
Yeah. Not even close. And it kind of went down that pretty early on, didn't it? You were like just doing things and I was like, how?
Why?
How?
Well, mostly why you should doing this.
Yeah. I mean, I think I focused too much on getting workers out. And you were just like, I'm going to buy this and I'm going to make that.
We had totally different tactics. You are very fixated on buying these people to come into your shops. And I was just sort of going around picking things so I can build buildings or I can make money that I could buy these resources or just trying to make...
Oh, the fire. We didn't even talk about the fire in this game.
Oh, but yeah. I mean, probably, do you know what? Probably the fire was my least favourite thing. If there was... You don't have that question in your questions, do you?
I didn't.
Which is, what's your least favourite thing? The fire.
The fire. So 3 times throughout the 13 months, fire is going to enter the game. And you pick a tile at random, and it has a location of where the fire is going to enter on the map. And it just starts destroying your shop and killing your workers if you don't have enough
firefighting
skills. So it's almost like you need to work your way up the victory points track, and you need to do the firefighter track.
Yeah. And hope to God that the fire doesn't start in the... whatever this is called, I can't remember now. In the little shop you are placed in and you have your workers. It's not... Yeah. That was definitely not a favourite. And I also feel like we didn't fight fire at any point because we never got sort of high enough on the track to have the required number of skill.
Yeah, if fire came out, we were just dead.
Yeah, every time we just killed our workers, which was a bit sad, I'm not going to lie. That was a thing which I was not too sold on, but I guess it just adds a little, like another layer of difficulty to the game.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel like you ever at any point had enough to actually do something.
It really didn't.
Or maybe this is the first time we play, so maybe we just didn't do it right. Maybe there is a way you could do that.
Like I said, if there was more people playing, more workers on the board, because a lot of workers come with firefighting skills.
Yeah, true. And we obviously, with the amount of workers we were buying, it never felt like we were buying enough that...
I felt like I was doing most of the work when it comes to putting workers out, and you were just using my workers.
I was just prancing around the market buying
There's
things.
me trying to make this like business area work.
I was trading.
And you're just literally shopping.
Yeah, but I was trading and it worked, right? Like I was going around going, I need rice and I need sandals, I need money, I need wood, I need this, and...
And I, if you did put a worker out, I think I went to every one of your workers. I don't think
Thank you so much for visiting my little shop.
You didn't go to any of my workers.
I did.
I don't think so.
I definitely did. Do you remember at the end you were like, would you like some wooden sandals?
I had to beg you to buy my sandals. I literally was the like...
I went to his little shop and some of you people retired because I went to your shop. They did. Don't even go there. Absolutely do.
Oh,
if this was a playthrough, it would be on camera. So, shh. We've got it. Anyway, you guys don't need to watch like our little arguments over this. As you can tell, he's quite the sore loser.
Yeah.
Not good. He was, at the end, he was trying to find a way. Maybe somehow I wasn't reading the endgame scoring properly and I was trying to stitch him up somehow. And he was like, is this it? Is this it? Is that all the points I'm getting? That's it? I'm like, yes, that's exactly the same scoring I've done for myself, and this is what you get to, believe it or not. And he was, you could tell.
It was the building.
You could tell inside.
It was the building. I had a building.
Dying.
And on my building, it said at the bottom, it was something like gain victory points for every worker that had firefighting skills or something.
Yeah.
And you were like, wow, you got that building after you got the workers. And I was like, well, it doesn't actually say. It had to be after I got that card.
This is just going to another level now.
Oh.
And you just didn't make enough...
Right. This is a good place to finish because our next video we're going to film is a head-to-head with Radlands. Winner takes all. The winner of the game gets to buy a game.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out because, as you can tell, Mr. Competitive over here likes to win. So we'll see who wins that one.
Yeah.
Cool.
Me.
We'll leave it there. May the best one win. And yeah, well, hope you guys buy IKI. Hope you play. And if you like it or if you like the look of it, just let us know.
Yep.
And if you feel like there's any tips you want to share with us, do so. And we'll see.
Not her. Just me.
I will probably win this again. So yeah, any tips you want to share with Pete and make his life easier, please do.
Yep.
But thank you so much and thanks for watching.
Like, comment,
subscribe.
that one. See you soon.